and all the mainstream media who cheerleaded for the war should fight the war themselves. They call me a terrorist. They call me a terrorist because I believe in a government that's truly for the people and by the people. And for 500 years, first world nations have sucked the third world dry, and it's time for the imperialism to end. They call me a terrorist because I refuse to believe in the lies, because I refuse to toe the line, because I dare point the finger and blow the whistle and beat the drum and rage against the machine. Even though they terrorized Mumia Abu-Jamal and Marshall Eddie Conway, Atlanta Peltier and the Cuban Five and all those fighting for peace and justice and those crying to be free, they call me a terrorist. Even though they shoot us 41 times like Amadou Diallo and 50 times like Sean Bell and knock down our doors and kill us in our homes, they call me a terrorist. They call me a terrorist because the government deems me one, so they tap my cell phone and they monitor my computer and they follow me via satellite and they send agents to spy on me. They call me a terrorist because I want the blood and the bones and the spirits of all those who suffer from genocide to rise up and rock this empire to its core. They call me a terrorist because I believe that all war must end and the truth must sing, and the first must be last, and the last must be first, and all roads must open, and we shall have no enemies. Even though I look at all people and greet them with the words of peace and blessings, assalamu alaikum, shalom and matakiyasi, they call me a terrorist. They call me a terrorist because I believe that peace has no walls, peace has no color, peace has no boundaries, and peace has no struggle. Thank you. Y'all brought some stuff out of me, I'm going to tell you that. I love all of you. I love all of you. Thank you. I got to do a speech. You know, sometimes we go through a lot of internal struggles, and there's one internal struggle I was going through, and you know, you ask for your creator, you ask for universe for guidance and strength, and for instruction. And so this piece came out. This is called "Get to That Place." Strengthen me and you, so you want to get to that place. No more pain, no more last piece, I want to give such a heartfelt thank you to Dr. Akassi.
Thank you. Thank you.
You all are very
Thank
blessed
you.
to have her in your midst. One that will fight for you, the one that will love you, that will nurture you, that will challenge you. We all need that. That's why I have my better half, to love me and nurture me and to challenge me. So thank you, Dr. Akassi.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Jasmine and Cece, back there doing the lights.
Yes.
And thank you to our ushers. And thank you all of you. I appreciate all of you. I would like to come back, if you will have me. Now, in the tradition of radical music, you're such a radical. Yeah, well, it is what it is. When you fight for social justice and human rights, you're called a radical. You know, they were called radicals when they were trying to overthrow the British and create their own country. Harriet Tubman was called a radical when she was freeing the slaves. What did Harriet Tubman say? I freed 1,000 slaves. I could have freed 1,000 more if they knew they were slaves. Harriet Tubman carried pistols on both sides of her hips. She said, once you come with me, there ain't no coming back. So if you try to turn back, I'm going to kill you. That's serious about freedom and liberty.
Yes.
And it was the radicals that sat in those lunch counters and did those Montgomery bus boycotts so that we can all sit and live in a desegregated society, so that you can go to the same bathrooms and restaurants and establishments like that with white folks and any other folks. They fought and died to make that happen. So there have been radicals all throughout, people called radicals. They called Dr. King a radical. But he made change. So all of you, I know, are about creating change. Reaching deep within yourselves and, first of all, being that change and then creating that change. So thank you very much. This is about silence being for suckers. Real talk, y'all. Real talk, right? Silence. Silence. Silence is for suckers. Silence. Silence. Y'all say what it is for suckers. Silence. Silence. Silence is for suckers. Silence. Silence. Silence is for suckers. Silence is for suckers who think they are getting ahead by tucking their tail between the legs and
Thank you. Let's give another round of applause for Ron Kipling Williams. Wow. Thank you. Thank you.
Cards, please check me out.
Cards are on the table. We have just 2 or 3, just one more, but for the sake of time, one poem per performance because it's 7:47 and we have to get ready to wrap it up soon. We do have Ashley Little that's coming up. Please just yes. Woo.
I'm leaving the Bible performance.
That's right. Thank you so much.
My poem is called Rape. A young child not understanding life is bound to feel as if she's not pretty. From the hands of men who touched her, kissed her, and used her for pleasure. Taking away her innocence, making it bother her around all her life, knowing what happened, she couldn't forget. Why am I here? She asked.